Okay.
That is the most ghetto fucking soda. It comes from Sable. Yeah, it tastes like Mountain Dew with like Sprite mixed in.
I'm just gonna take it with me.
Go for it. That's it costs $2.29 for a 12-pack.
Yeah, it's called Mountain Holler.
Mountain Holler, not even holla, holler.
Oh, it's a white, it's a white person trying to be black. Holler. They tried real hard on that.
Okay, we're back on, Jessica. We're good now.
Oh shit, we're back on. Okay.
Hello again.
Okay, so that part needs to be repeated then.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, the question that Jessica had,
You'll wait till I get the check for that.
well, what was brought up is the fact that Shauna might have possibly killed Garrett. Reason being is that very faintly in the Halloween Train episode 313, when Garrett is supposedly shot, you can hear someone say, "You lied to me, Shauna," while pushing the grate. And evidently it's pretty low. And also pinpoints the fact that I have all 3 motherfucking seasons inside my house. And I need to watch them.
I'm already watched them over. Her date of birth.
But anyway.
Oh my gosh, I've watched them so many times. It's not even funny.
Well, tell them what would be her reasoning for
To protect Jenna. Think about it. Jenna thought, supposedly, because we don't even know if Jenna could see at the time, but Jenna thought supposedly that Garrett killed Allison. And she was holding page 5 for him. And then she turned on him. She turned the paper in,
How about the number
right?
214?
And Garrett got arrested. And the only other person that knew that Jenna could see other than Garrett was Shauna. And maybe Shauna did it to protect Jenna.
Yeah, very well could have been. Absolutely.
Caleb's locker combination number.
Oh, yeah. Somebody look up season 2, episode 14.
You're going to have to do this, Jessica, because both our phones are occupado. Season
What was mine? What do you want me to look up?
2... Wait a second. Hold on. Season 2, episode 14.
Yeah, because, listen. Okay, it's 214, the number 214. I noticed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so 214 would be Garrett's badge number. It would be Caleb's locker combination number that they announced. The room Jenna was hiding in at the hotel.
Yeah.
Robert Allen. Allan. In the episode where Shauna's computer gets zoomed in on,
Right.
you know, and the last 3 digits of the credit card number that's up there is 214. Oh my God, it's 32663. And then
Sorry, Jessica.
sorry. I have it written down. Give me 1 second, honey. Oh, it's on the other papers that Megan has. Oh, and Vivian Darkbloom. When they get the Lolita book, when you open it up,
Right.
and the ticket fell out,
Yes. Yes!
it's
yes!
0412 or something. So it's 214.
What the fuck is the significance
of
with
214. So I figured we got to go back and watch season 2, episode 14. There's got to be something in that because there's something with 214.
Season 2, episode 14. I
There's
should go
something with
grab my
214.
season 2.
You know what I mean?
Do you have your season 2 in front of you?
Also,
Do you have it in front of you?
who, me?
Yeah, do you have the seasons?
No, I do the whole thing on Netflix. I watched the first 3 seasons on Netflix.
Oh.
In the closet.
Go grab mine. It's in the bedroom.
Yeah, so 214. But I have a whole bunch of stuff written down. I'll give you all my papers.
All right, well, Megan...
Also, I was going to ask, you know how, okay, remember when Garrett went to go and he saw Aria leaving Ezra's apartment, and then he told me, I talked about a student?
He was leaving Ezra's apartment and what?
Okay, Aria was visiting Ezra and she left,
Right.
okay? And then Garrett went and told Ezra he wanted to talk to her about a student.
Yes.
But we don't see the conversation.
No.
And we assumed it was about Aria, and then he said it was about Spencer, but what if it was about Allison?
What if it was? Exactly.
2007.
No, exactly. You heard that, right?
What?
Garrett and Ezra having that conversation at Ezra's apartment, and we assumed that it was about Arya.
Yeah.
But what if it was about Allison?
Yeah.
And then Ezra said it was about Spencer, but what if it was about Allison?
Where are my papers? I left my papers at work. Did Megan tell you what the theory that I came up with the king stay away from the you leave the lamb alone and go after the lion?
Yes.
About
yes.
Ren Kingston, the lion is the king of the jungle?
Yeah.
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 Oh, sorry, I'm in your way here.
No,
You can take
hey,
that back.
that's fine.
Oh, that's my fantasy football draft.
Okay. All right. Now we got season 2 in front of us, so let's see.
This is the one where
I don't know.
the
Episode
girls
14.
are on probation or whatever, doing community service, and Emily is turned
Through
against
many
the girls.
dangers, toils,
they
and
tricked.
snares.
Yeah, they tricked A, saying they have something of theirs.
And-
Using Allison's box.
And they make it seem like Emily is the outcast and the weakest link.
Right, and they tricked Toby, and they tricked Caleb.
So maybe Emily's not really the weakest link.
Yeah. Maybe it has something to do with Emily, because that episode's all about Emily and how A targets her and makes her think she's like the weakest link and this and that, and Emily
Emily was the only person. This goes about my other question that tried to get crazy.
Wait, really quick.
The only other question was also that the only person that put something in the coffin that we know of that was actually endearing to Allison was Emily. The other two girls put something that reminded them of something bad.
Yeah.
Emily put something in the coffin that reminded her, of course, that she was in love with Allison.
But you know what, though? The whole thing, that whole episode is about A thinking that Emily is going to be starting to work with A.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Maybe Emily started working with A in 214.
Maybe.
Last 5 years, have you been to the
Oh
doctor?
no.
Okay, which doctor do you
Oh my god.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum!
But what about the question that Jessica asked us the other day? What do we
I'm
think?
going to ask you right now in a second. I was waiting for you guys to tell me when to ask another one.
Ask another one.
Ask that one.
Okay, so we know that Arya put the earrings that supposedly were Meredith's, right?
Yeah.
In the coffin. We find out that obviously not Meredith, so possibly Allison planted them there. And then we find out that Emily put the postcard in, and we know that Hannah put in the Ouija board piece, but we never find out what Spencer put in. So what do you guys think that Spencer put in the coffin?
Yeah.
It was never revealed to us. They didn't even mention it. The girls didn't even ask Spencer.
Do you have any
They didn't even
ideas
ask
on this?
Spencer what she put in. There was like complete trust.
I didn't hear what you guys were saying.
What do you think Spencer put in Allison's coffin? Because we know what Arya, Emily, and Hannah did.
I think obviously we could sit here and guess all day. She put a doll in there. She put a friggin' knife. Like I mean, we can guess all day what it was, but we could just honestly, all we could say is we don't know for a reason. There's a
Exactly.
reason that we don't know. There's something else going
And
on.
I'm willing to bet so much on the fact that it has something to do with the night that Allison died after Spencer chased after her.
Yeah. And you want to know what? This is going to sound kind of weird and like cruel or whatever. The only liar that I honestly trust is Hannah.
Oh, yeah.
That's and like
No, hell yeah. Spencer is an amazing liar. How do you, I mean, she's so smart too. It's not even funny. And she's kind of haunted. If you recognize, like, okay, Hannah has a very big guilty problem. So does Emily. But Emily's also learned not to follow it because of all the crap she's gotten from A.
yeah.
Hannah can't control it. She constantly feels bad and has to change things. Arya's just a weirdo on her own, but Spencer, hardly ever. I mean, look how long it took for Spencer to actually break. It took 3 seasons. The rest of the girls have had their breakdowns. They've had problems. It took Spencer 3 seasons to finally freak out about Allison. And then when she did, she was more pissed at Allison than she was about anything else. It had nothing to do with A at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She didn't care.
obviously, you know our feelings on Arya. We don't trust Arya as far as we could throw her. And to be honest, like, in this past season, the same thing is kind of going for Spencer now. Like, Spencer's kind of worrying me a little bit. I just think there's too many coincidences.
Unanswered questions and shit is
Too many things are leading up to Spencer. Like, I mean, that's going to be a
Not
video.
to mention everybody protecting her, but why? Why? I mean, like, I might understand that they're closest to Spencer. Like, okay, obviously, Melissa's friends are going to protect Melissa's sister before they protect any of the other girls because they don't really have a relation to them. That makes sense, whatever. Obviously, Spencer's sister is going to protect her over the other girls. But why wasn't anybody else worried about them?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I understand that they were just friends, but all of them were just as involved as Allison as Spencer was. So why weren't they worried about all of them? Why just Spencer?
Exactly. If she's supposedly the strongest liar, why does she need...
She's like the new lead after Allison left.
Right.
What she fought Allison for constantly was control.
You would think that she'd be able to take care of
I
herself.
don't get why she's not drilling Toby for answers. I don't get it.
Because she knows the answers. We just don't.
Not even just that, but also I think she's more worried she's going to hurt Toby more than anything else because Toby has a haunted past with everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings me to my next just an observation. Okay, I know everybody's heard a lot about like it possibly could be Marion Kavanaugh inside of Allison's grave, and everybody's like, well, how would that happen or whatever? But there's a couple things to point out. First of all, if you go back to this episode where they have the second memorial for Allison at the little mausoleum thing, and Spencer goes to like Toby over in the area where the Kavanaughs are.
Yeah.
Marion's Kavanaugh's date for death isn't there. Even though they know the year that she left and committed suicide supposedly, there isn't a death date. There isn't a year.
Size 5 to a size 20.
I didn't even notice that.
You stay there. Yeah, never left.
Right. Now, second of all, it was a whole year after they found Allison's body, so it could have easily been somebody else's body, obviously, because one, the mom didn't look at it. Mrs. DeLaurentis didn't look at the body. But second of all, it was a whole year later, so you wouldn't have been able to tell just by looking at her that it wasn't a child. It was a whole year later that they found the body. And if you think about it, her storyline didn't come into play until Allison possibly not being dead came into play.
Exactly.
In the same exact area of the season. And they're both heading to come to an end at the same point. So how do we know that they're not going to end at the same exact point?
Well, how about the fact that we have... Okay, we know that they just put that gazebo in a year ago. Why are they tearing it up after a year of it being put down?
Maya's family moved in. So, obviously, they didn't want the gazebo, apparently. But also, it's funny because, okay, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of my train of thought. There was something really important about the fact that they were buried in Maya's backyard, and that Maya was there, but I can't remember why now. Sorry. But anyway, it's just so crazy that they started at the same time. The storyline started at the same time. We didn't find out that maybe she was possibly not.
I mean, did you notice, though, that the whole... Emily,
The way that they found
Maya's body and Allie's body was like exact. Emily running up to it, somebody telling them.
Which is also why I don't think that that Nate killed Maya.
I don't either.
I agree with your point as to why, but also if he grabs her in front of Noel Pond's house, why drive her back to her own house to kill her? Why didn't he kill her there?
Yeah, no, I don't think...
If he did kill her there, why would he drive her back to her own house after he killed her? Why wouldn't he just leave her where she was?
Well, it doesn't
And
even...
also, she already had his knife. How did he get it back if he killed her? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
No,
She already had his knife. She acknowledged that he knew he was there. So, obviously, he wasn't a worry to her. He was just a bother.
No, something's not adding up with that, and you know how he says to Emily, "I'm going to take from you what you took from me." Now, obviously, you could take that as he, you know, she stole Maya away from him. But if you're that in love with somebody, how are you going to kill them? Like, if he was that head over heels in love with Maya, and he wanted her back, and he was pissed off that Emily was with him or whatever, or with Maya.
Because if he can't have her, no one else can.
Okay, I understand. If he can't have her, no one else can. But that's like, I don't know. Like, I just...
I don't think Maya's dead.
He was so in love with her that he was going to kill her. Why say that he tried with Emily and she shot him down too? Why would that even matter?
Yeah. I don't know, but in the police report, if you read it, there's an Officer Hopkins.
In it too. Mrs. St. Germain.
Yeah, it says Miss St. Germain, like not Mrs. We know that Maya's mom is married, so it would have said Mrs. had it been her mother.
Right.
Not only that, but you have an Officer Vale and an Officer Hopkins. Like, it's just like, it's like one fucking big conspiracy. That's what it is. It's like, this person's covering for this person. And
I think Wilden has a lot to do with that.
yeah. I don't know. But we're already on 13:53.
All right.
I don't know if she wants to do like...
Some more questions.
Well, we're already on 14 minutes for this one now, too. So, I don't know. Do you have any personal questions or anything that you want us to come back and make a short video about?
No, it's fine. I talk to you guys all the time.
You don't know. You don't want to know anything.
Like what? I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna stop this video. Hold on. Oh, bye.